another edition of Referees Corner here on Islandstats.com. I'm your host, Earl Baston, and joining me today are none other than Lloyd Christopher and Mr. Dwight Jackson. Well, gentlemen, we have had this time off from football, but how has this time off affected you through this COVID-19?
Well, for me, it's affected me a great deal because I have not been motivated in the past couple of weeks to do any form of exercising. Like normally during the season, I will be training on average probably about 4 times a week. But in the last 4 or 5 weeks, I've trained about 3 times during that whole time period. So it's had a pretty negative effect on me.
Well, Earl, yeah, I can pretty much concur with Lloyd. Training has waned. I probably just do just a lot of home stuff now, ab work. Every now and then I get out on my bike, do a couple of miles, but it's not as intense as when the season is improper. In actual fact, there's a rumor going around that I'm getting fit. Nevertheless, but no, all jokes aside, no, I just came from referees little something this morning up at BFA. The other thing is it's thanks to the chairman, Princeton, his constantly finding ways to keep, I don't know about Lloyd, but it's constantly finding ways to keep me motivated, put me in on different Zoom projects with other referees in the Caribbean and things of that nature. And then also our local instructors have been diligent, having board work perhaps on Tuesdays, and then we just started a physical training session for Thursday. So there's a work in progress.
Well, gentlemen, when the season halted back in March, how were you feeling about the season and how it was progressing?
Okay, well, since we was getting down to the latter stages of the season, fitness-wise, I felt like I was on point. I think that I kept my fingers crossed. I thought I would get my first FA Cup final underneath my belt. But that remains to be seen. But fitness-wise, I felt really good. As opposed to now, hey, psychologically, it's like, where are we? Where do we stand? For a minute, we were like treading water. Is the season going to finish? So there's sorts of things. I don't know if that's where you were leading to, but there's sorts of things on my mind. Like it's kept me at perhaps like a holding pattern. So I don't know about you, Lloyd.
Well, I know for me, back in like say late January, early February, I had an injury, a muscle strain, and that held me back a little bit. However, I felt that end of February, I felt my fitness was getting back to where it should be. I felt pretty strong. I felt pretty confident, and I was ready for the end up looking forward to the last couple of games of the season. Because like I said, my fitness was there, and we would be doing technical training sessions every week. So I felt ready for the end of the season.
When you guys look at the fact that we have Sean on the FIFA list, and you have so many others looking to get there that you guys are helping to work with, what would you see is the future of for these young people that you guys have a hand in help molding, because you're in the middle, they're on the line, or vice versa, and you get to give them some extra advice? Lloyd?
I think the current crop of persons now refereeing is a very good crop, and it's increasing. We've had additional referees coming out just since the second half of the season, and they have been very, very motivated, and they want to progress. They just don't want to be on the line or just do local. They want to advance even further. So for me, it feels good to be able to try to assist them into achieving their ultimate goals. My goal, obviously, is not to become a FIFA referee due to other commitments, i.e., age. but I feel that me staying in there and helping the next generation, it feels pretty good, and I think that they're going to go far. Tashawn opened up a door for us recently, and I think there's going to be quite a few others that's going to be going through. We have Stephen Mabry and Clinton and Alana that are already, progressing pretty far already. They've been overseas to do international youth tournaments. I think it's just doors going to be wide open for them and the others coming through. And just glad to be a part of that process.
Yeah, I agree with Lloyd. For these guys coming behind us, and not to say that Lloyd and I have actually been in the game that long with respect to refereeing, but the sky's the limit. And there's so much opportunity for these youngsters. It's almost like it's a second pathway to get in the game, because everybody cannot be a professional footballer. So with the pathway of coming into refereeing, it's definitely more viable. The gate is probably wider. The sky's the limit, like I said. With respect to myself, I am just looking to advance the brand for Bermuda soccer, for the Bermuda Referees Association. If my partner in crime, Lloyd, and perhaps someone else, maybe Brother Lionel, if we can put a partnership together and they can promote us as a package internationally, we can do the East Coast circuit.
I'm pretty sure your chairman will be watching this and he'll have a smile on his face.
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. But no, all in all, this is still a very fun experience. This has been an awesome time to reinvent another part of myself. So if that's it.
Yeah, when we look at how we've come along through when you guys were playing and the call was always going out, always a shortage of officials, answering that call for you in particular, given knowing that when you played there was a shortage, what advice would you have to your former colleagues as players who still like the game but can actually get involved in the game?
I'll go first this time. Me, I can honestly say this is not for the faint of heart. I think I said this many broadcasts ago. Your shoulders have to be broad, and you have to have very thick skin. And there aren't many in my circles. I don't know about Lloyd, but there aren't many. I come from Hamilton Parish. Many of my circles that fit that description. Perhaps they're better footballers. However, you have to have a maturity about you. You have to know who you are. You have to be secure in yourself to do this particular job in the middle.
Yeah, I'm having technical difficulty. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Can you still hear me?
Still hear you, yeah.
Okay. It would be nice if my colleagues would come out to assist. Do I see that happening right now? I am not sure. Do I encourage them to come out to assist? Yes, I do encourage them. But because a lot of them they may still go to games or watch games, their thing is that the abuse, they don't want to deal with the abuse. And that's the main thing that I get from my peers, is that the abuse is too much. They say, I don't know how you were able to cope with the abuse, not just from the players, but
well, Dwight, he's dropped out. We can continue. As you say, you come from a place like Hamilton Parish where there's a lot of football played in the parish. How did you perceive officiating when you were a player?
Well, clearly I didn't know the rules because there was some calls that were made, and I was like, couldn't understand it. But you know what? I'm sure I wasn't the only one. But now things are different. I'm on the other side of the fence, and yeah, I have a responsibility and an obligation to give back. So this is my lot in life right now.
Lloyd, you dropped out as you were saying. Do you see your colleagues coming on board because of the abuse? But when the question I asked Dwight was, how did you perceive officiating when you were a player? You were always deemed as a quiet type of guy. Let's just get on with the business. But how did you perceive officiating as a player?
As a player, a former player, I should say, I found officiating to be, I would not necessarily say easier, but it would be, I have a better understanding of the game because there is quite a game playing a game and officiating a game. Because when you're playing a game, you're just in the game, caught up in the moment. You have to always keep in mind the laws of the game. And to me, that was the biggest hurdle, was to differentiate between being a player and watching the game. And even though I would probably know what the next play is going to be, but then having to translate that into officiating and make sure that the laws of the game are followed. So for me, it was a tricky transition between from player mode to officiating mode.
All right, well, guys, we will find out on Wednesday what the association has come up with for the season to conclude. But given the state in which the government has the country in, it doesn't look as if the season will finish, and it will be finished inside of a boardroom and or a meeting room. But looking forward to next season, what is your hope and wish for the Referees Association?
Well,
Jackson.
Yeah, Lloyd.
My wish would be that we have more officials, and also the type of training that we do continues to progress. And because we also have international is coming to represent trainers coming in to assist us, I think that's also beneficial. But I think that the technical trainers that we have now, they do a wonderful job, and if that continues on, then I think that we'll be in good stead for the start of next season and throughout next season.
Dwight?
I don't want to outdo Lloyd. Lloyd's a star. I want to learn from him. I want to learn. I want to sit underneath the tree. I want to learn from the tulips. But no, I'm just looking forward to the season starting, to more for us to keep the high level of collaboration that we have, the camaraderie that we have as a team, as a unit. Our numbers may be small, but there is quality in our numbers, and hopefully we can add to that. We can keep up with our fitness to a higher level, and also we can get in that exchange program. So I'm looking forward to that. And then obviously, if the season doesn't finish, and we're looking at a bigger first division, a bigger premiership this year coming up. You can correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because two teams will go up and they will go down. Yes.
They haven't made up their mind, or they haven't released what their plans are. So we don't know if the two teams in the first division who have already been promoted will actually be promoted, and what happens to any one of four teams that could go down with Boulevard. So right now, if it all ended right now, the teams to go down would be Boulevard and Somerset Eagles, and the teams to come up will be St. George's and Devonshire Colts. But having said that, we don't know what the decision will be amongst the clubs for the association to make a ruling. So we have to wait until Wednesday to find out what that ruling will be, and we take it from there. Well, gentlemen, I do want to thank you for good.
No, I was going to say, either way, if they continue on with the season, then we referees, we will be ready.
Okay, there. Yes, sir. And I'm pretty sure that the clubs would appreciate that, even because they need somebody to blame. So first it'll be Corona, and then it'll be you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I do appreciate you, and we look forward to speaking to you again, hopefully, if the season is to resume, then if not, at the start of next season. Well, folks, that's it for Referees Corner here on Islandstats.com. Do enjoy the rest of your day.